There is not any mind, any quality of mind, any being that can describe God. Let's not look at the word God. Let's look at the truth of what is. In every religion, they have that ultimate top guy, top source. And each religion, they may give it different names. They may give it different qualities. But each one is a close proximity to what this truth, this God, is. You see, God cannot be categorized. I mean, you cannot be categorized. There's not one moment, one time moment of any day in any living year that you are the same. Constantly changing. The world constantly changing. We try and form this habitual seasonal thing, and therefore we have the plant in the same place. We think it's the same plant, but it's a constantly differing sense of that plant being here. When you try and disclose God, discover God, know God, you're on a moving journey, which is no end. And that's the beauty of being here, you see. It's a constant chasing of something that is teasing you. But it's not a painful tease, is it? To try and discover truth. Whether it's an ego way of discovering truth, an external way, whether it's I learned this word the other day from some comment, nihilistic way of discovering end. You won't find end. You'll never find end. Whether it's a practicing Buddhist way, a Zen way, whether it's an atheist way, you're always looking for something that you know will never be discovered in its full entirety. Because, let's face it, if God was an entity, a singular thing, it would have to be divisive of you. It would have to be separate from that, what surrounds it. So that what surrounds it, is that less important to that entity? Because that what surrounds it, that entity was not there, that entity cannot be seen as separate from it, from that what surrounds it. You can say God is whole, God is entirety, God is that whole thing. The whole universe is the whole galaxy, is the whole cosmos, the whole heavenly paradisial mind thought-based thing. But even that's wrong, because even in that it's constantly changing, it's expanding, it's decreasing, it's growing, it's pulsating like your body is. We are here not reflecting God, but appearing as if we are reflecting God. God is the nature. God is essence. You'll never find it the nature of God. You may have an enlightening experience of a voice, of a door, and each one will see that that experience is so colossal, but just a fragment of what God is. The essence of livingness is the closest you'll become or the closest the mind will, and the body, in its experiential ways, will come to realizing this truth, this God. God is in death, it's in birth, it's in life. It's in all aspects, all livingness, all lovingness, all beingness, all here-ness, all now-ness, all isness. That's when very infrequently you'll find a video or a speaker that speaks so eloquently, close, proximally, in a proximity to God, like Osho or Papaji when they speak about isness, consciousness, beingness, blissfulness, emptiness, fullness, here-ness, now-ness, unchangingness within the changingness. God is so simple, it is sophisticated and overly limited and unlimited to the mind. You're not tasting God. God is tasting itself. The drop of rain or the droplet of water that falls from the leaf is tasting itself as God. The leaf is tasting itself as God. We give it names. We give all these things wonderful, separated, divisionistic, segmented names. And then we believe the names. And then we believe the words. And then we believe that what is secondary to what is taking place. That what takes place when there's a story about that what takes place. The story is secondary, is it not? Is it not secondary? You go on the roller coaster ride. It lasts 3 minutes. That was, and every moment was primary. That was what was taking place. You come off the roller coaster ride. Your partner says, how was it? You explain what it was like. It's a secondary installment, the second chapter. And both chapters die. Because what's next precedes that what has passed. And this is the moving God, the changeable, interchangeable, unchangeable, simultaneously happening at the same time God. Is this not you? Is this not nature? Is this not the world? Is this not television? It's everything. The essence, that what holds all of this together, but not seen as separate forms or formlessness, that what is moving. And the movement is so moving that it's still. As a close proximity to God. So it matters not what you do in this life. The ego mind will say there are billions of things you have to do before you can escape this samsara world. You have to practice religion, you have to work so hard, you have to get married, you have to follow the Bible, you have to follow all these systems, these meanings, this ways, this methods, this practices, but none of that. All of that are little apps to make it a bit more entertaining for you. There's not a big conspiring mind. There's not even a big godly conspiring mind, because even God's mind is changing. We don't have to follow the original course. We can change with the flow of that change. You see, when you say the flow of life, there appears to be you in life. When you say the change is following the flow of change, there's just change. God is the loose change. God is not the dollar, nor the pound, nor the yen. God is the loose change. God is not the bank, nor the account, nor the banker, nor the customer. God is the activity of what is taking place. This is not a negative thing to say, don't be anything like religious or spiritual. No, accept everything as it is. Accept your path, accept your mind, accept whatever it is religion you follow, accept your job, accept your marriage, accept everything. But the mind comes in conflict with itself because it creates opposites to accepting. Deny, you see? And then you get confused because Ramana Maharshi was all about denial. But it's the accepting of that what you're not that has to be denied. And when you deny that what you're not, God is revealed as that what you truly are not. And beyond that what you truly are not. But appearing as if you're here, ness. As if you're now, ness. As if your I is, ness. As if you're conscious, ness. As if life is blissful, ness. Because everything is changing, ness. There's no division between stillness and movement. There's no division between permanent and temporary. There's no division between this and that. There's no division between man and woman. There's no division between black and white. There's no division between the earth and the universe. Everything is whole. And when you understand what that whole is in your non-dual state, you'll understand that God is beyond whole, is whole, but in this whole, everything flourishes, blooms, and grows from it, that it is ness.